Oh, it says,
Okay.
got it. This meeting has been live streamed. Got it. Jolly good. Jolly good.
Yes, we just going live. Jolly good. Jolly good. Are we on? Are we on? Let me check. Yes. Allow. Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Fantastic. Welcome everyone. Zebunisso, Alimova here tonight with you. But tonight we are not going to talk about mortgages or finance or any other bad words that have followed us this year. Or interest rates, I should say. Tonight we are joined none but the real Santa himself. Santa, hello.
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 Oh, nice to see you all.
Nice to see you too, Santa. How is
Hello.
life in the North Pole?
Life in the North
Can
Pole.
you
I
hear
am
me?
getting nearly ready to hop in the sleigh and nearly ready to come all the way down to New Zealand. So we're very, very busy. I've got teams of elves out there furiously working away, trying to make sure that all the boys and girls' presents are wrapped. They've all been made, and we're now waiting for them all to be loaded up into my huge magical sack to be loaded onto the sleigh. And we're only 2 sleeps away from Christmas Eve. And so that's going to be marvelous. 2 sleeps, and then it's Christmas Eve, and then I will be coming to see you all to drop off some presents for you. So we're very busy indeed, but we're having so much fun. And when we're busy, we like to sing lots of songs. Do you like songs?
We love songs, Santa.
Yes. Well, all of my reindeer are getting ready because they love singing as well. Did you know my reindeer sing?
Did you know
And
that?
do you know the names of all my reindeer?
Do you know the names of all the reindeers? No.
Well, I have a little song, you see. I have a little song which reminds me of all of their names because I'm very forgetful as well. You know, I'm getting a bit old. So here's my little ukulele, and here's a little song which helps me to remember the names of all my wonderful reindeer. It goes a little bit like this. You know Dasher and Dancer, Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They wouldn't let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you go down in history. You go down in history. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. That's how I remember, you see. And obviously, you know Rudolph. Everybody remembers Rudolph because he's got a very big red shiny nose, you see. And that's because of all of the carrots he eats. So I just want to say thank you to all the boys and girls who put carrots out last year for Rudolph. He really loves them, and he says thank you too in his reindeer way. And he said, do you think you could put some carrots out again this year for him? Only if you remember. That would be very nice. Thank you.
Yes.
Jolly
Santa. We will
Yes.
remember to put out some carrots for Rudolph. Absolutely.
Jolly good.
Santa, I have some questions here for you. Because
Yes.
when I told my lovely clients and everyone I knew that I will be interviewing the real Santa, they sent me a few questions. They were eager to ask you. Is that okay for me to ask you some questions?
Absolutely. Fire away. Fire away.
Okay. We will start with very easy ones, but then they will get harder. Are you ready?
No quantum physics or anything like that. I'm not very
Okay.
good with quantum physics and things. It's a bit complex, you see. As long as
Now
they're
we will
Christmassy, that would be good.
all Christmassy
Fabulous.
Santa. So, is red actually your favorite color?
You know, it's one of my favorite colors. I'm not really fussy. I love all colors, all colorful things. I love rainbows. You see, I love all the colors of the rainbow, but I do look good in red, so I've been told. And way back in the day, I used to wear blue. Did you know that? I used to
No.
wear blue
No.
clothes a long time ago. Yes, a long time ago. So yeah,
Whoa.
it's only been in recent centuries where I've been associated with red, but I do think it just looks lovely with the white, you see, and the green.
It does. I'm from Tajikistan, Santa. You should know where it is. I'm sure you visit us as well.
Yes, all of the stands I'm familiar with. Yes.
But maybe your other cousin, Det Maros,
Yes.
visits us.
I am known throughout the world by many names. Here in New Zealand, I am known as Hanakoko. Hanakoko. Yes.
No?
In Ireland, I used to be known as Dagda. And in Scandinavia, I used to be known as Odin or Wutan or Utan. Or in Europe, in parts of Britain, I was Woden. And then I became St. Nicholas. And in South America, I'm Papi Noel. And in parts of Europe today, I'm Chris Kringle. I've got lots and lots of names, you see. Lots and lots of names. And my names change all the time. I've wrote a little song about it. Would you like to hear a little song about my name?
Of course we would, Santa.
This is one of Santa's songs. It's quite long, so I might just play you the first couple of verses. But it's a beautiful song, even if I say so myself. It's all about my name. It goes like this. In a time long ago, I came in from the snow to feast in the old mead hall. I told tales, I sung rhyme, and I feasted all the time. And they called me the father of them all. Who am I? What's my name? No two answers are the same. I'm the man with the sack of toys. Far away on my sleigh, I'll be with you someday, with gifts for the girls and boys. So the bells are ringing, ding dong, ding dong. Hear my elves are singing, ding dong, ding dong. Far away on my sleigh, I'll be with you someday, with gifts for the girls and boys. In the sands of the east, in the winds of the west, in the surf of the southern seas, I came from the north, from the cold but with warmth, to your hearth and your families. Who am I? What's my name? No two answers are the same. I'm the man with the sack of toys. and my elves are singing, ding dong, ding dong. Far away on my sleigh, I'll be with you someday, with gifts for the girls and boys. Far away on my sleigh, I'll be with you someday, with gifts for the girls and boys.
Santa,
Oh.
this was incredible. It actually almost brought tears to my eyes. This was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you very much. You're very kind.
When do you get all the time in the world to sit there and sing songs and practice your talents?
I have to all year, you see. I have to practice for Christmas every year, and it keeps the elves amused while they're working in the factory, you see. And so we all like to have a sing-song while we're working. It's always good to be happy at your work and doing things you love doing. And so you have to be happy at your work.
Absolutely. Santa, next question.
Yes.
How many elves do you employ?
Oh my goodness. I've lost count, to be fair. I've lost count because you know what? These days I send elves out all over the world, you see. We've got them in all different shapes and sizes. We've got elves on shelves. We've got invisible elves. We've got big elves as big as people. We've got little elves as small as mice. And there are so many of them, so many of them. They're all out keeping an eye out on the boys and girls and making sure that all of the toys and all of the lists are coming my way. So, you know, we have to make sure that we've got lots and lots of elves. But I would say they number in the millions, if not billions these days. We've got a lot of people on the planet, a lot of children. So, yes, the elves are having to multiply. So, yes, we've got a lot of elves. Very, very, very difficult to put a figure on it. Too many to count. Too many to count. Oh.
Too many to count. Okay. Thank you, Santa. Next question.
Yes.
What do you eat for dinner?
What do I eat for dinner? Well, on Christmas Day, it all depends. You see, I like a bit of bird. I do like a bit of bird. And it could be as small as a chicken up to a goose, maybe a bit of turkey. But I like, if I'm down this way, I like to have barbecues. So I like to throw some steak on the barbie. I like to throw some shrimps and some lobster. I like anything meaty, really, with some nice salad greens. If I'm down in hot climates, up in the north where it's very cold, we tend to do a lot more roasted vegetables with a nice thick gravy and a nice stew, which is beautiful. Yes.
So, bigger question. Do you eat venison?
Do I eat venison? I wouldn't say that just in case any of my reindeer friends are listening, you see. So no, venison is very nice. I love my venison. Yes, I love pulling my sleigh. Yes.
I hope Rudolph is not listening.
I hope he's not either. But you know what? We eat a little bit of what we fancy in moderation. I think a lot of people think that Santa's a bit greedy, you see, and he eats all these sweeties and cakes and whatnot. But that only tends to be on Christmas Eve, you see. And it's for a very, very special reason that I eat a lot of calories on Christmas Eve. And do you know why that is? Let Santa tell you a little secret, you see. There's a little secret. So I said I didn't know much about quantum mechanics and physics, but I do know a little bit about physics, you see. And one of the things, obviously I'm a very magical person because the elves, when they found me in the in the ice as a little boy, I was brought up by the elves, you see, and they imbued me with all of this wonderful Christmas magic, you see, and Christmas spirit. But on Christmas Eve, you see, I have such a huge sack of toys. It's very, very, very heavy. And when I put it in the sleigh, when I'm flying very, very high in the stratosphere, which is the topmost bit of the atmosphere, up in the stratosphere, the air there is very, very, very thin, you see. And sometimes when you're flying very fast, of which I'm probably the fastest thing in the sky, when I am flying through the sky, there's little pockets of air, which is very light, and we call it turbulence, you see. And so it makes the sleigh go bumpity, bumpity, bump when we hit little pockets of turbulence. And the worst thing that we can do is hit turbulence and have all of the toys start to fall out when we go bumpity, bumpity, bump. And we don't want any toys falling out of the sleigh, you see. So as the night goes on and Santa's delivering all of his presents, the sleigh is getting lighter and lighter as I'm delivering all the presents, you see. So then I worry if I'm going to hit turbulence. So what I magically do is I eat lots of sugary things like mince pies and cookies and milk and Christmas cake and chocolate brownies and chocolates and anything really on Christmas Eve, because I need to counterbalance the weight that has been lost in presents. And what I do is I magically gain all of that weight. So I'm not as big as people think, you see, because Christmas Day morning, Mrs. Claus puts me on a very strict diet. And then I have to exercise a lot. And I normally come down to places like New Zealand and Australia, you see, for a month's holiday. And I run about on the beach and I love swimming. And I think it's a great place to be around Christmas and New Year, is down in the Southern Hemisphere where it's lovely and warm, you see. I love swimming in the sea. And I'm sure all of you out there at home love doing the same too.
You just answered the other question I had, where it was, what is Santa doing in summer? So you've just answered that. You love to swim.
Absolutely. I love the summer. And here's another little secret, you see, that not many people know, but I will let you into another little secret about Santa. Everybody thinks because I live in the North Pole that I love the winter the most. But that's not true. That's not true. My favorite season is actually summer. And the reason why I'm so warm and can live in the North Pole is because I keep summer in my heart, you see. And so there's always sunshine in my heart. Wherever I go in the world, I always carry summer in my heart. And I wrote a little song about that too. Would you like to hear a little bit of that?
Yeah.
Yes, well, I'll sing a little bit of that. And this song's called Summer in My Heart. And it's Santa's little secret. When the north wind doth blow, and all shall have snow, there's one thing that keeps me apart. The reason I'm here and full of good cheer, summer resides in my heart. No matter how cold I will never forget the smile that you bring that makes my heart sing. Summer, you live in my heart. Wherever I go, through ice, wind, or snow, there's nothing will keep us apart. You'll always be here throughout all the year. Summer, you live in my heart. When time comes to go, I need you to know you were always there from the start. Go far away, you're with me each day. Summer, you live in my heart. Go far away, I will see you someday, because summer, you're the love of my heart. Oh,
That was
Santa.
awesome.
thank you.
What you didn't see behind the scenes,
Hello?
yeah, he was dancing in the background.
Oh, how lovely.
Yes?
I felt the
Yes.
magic.
Yes. We're losing Santa.
Can you
Okay.
hear me?
What did you want to ask Santa?
Santa, why not come to our house?
Why not
Why
coming
not
to our
come
house?
to your, I
Yeah.
will be coming to your house. I'll be coming to your house very, very soon. I'll be coming after 2 more sleeps. I'll be coming to your house. You see, but at the moment I am up in the North Pole preparing everything for Christmas Eve because it's such a busy, busy night. I will be at your house on Christmas Eve, but you won't see me because you will be asleep because you are very good, you see. And if you're very good and you're asleep, that means that I can come into your house, you see, because the magic won't work if you're awake and you're peeking and trying to find Santa. You see, so you'll be asleep when I come to your house, and then I'll deliver a lovely little toy for you, just to say Merry Christmas from me. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
Santa, what are you drinking right now? Is
I
that
am.
milk?
It's, you know what? It's just plain old water, melted ice, bit of melted ice.
Melted
It's
ice.
very good for my singing voice. You see, I save the milk and cookies for Christmas Eve.
How many milk and cookies do you think you can chew on that night when you have to get to everyone's house?
Oh my goodness, I would say it runs into the millions. It runs into the millions. You see, it's one of the favorite treats that people leave out for Santa is milk and cookies, which is very, very nice. It is very nice. But I'm very magical. I'm unlike other people, you see.
And what happens if we don't leave you any cookies and milk?
If you don't leave any cookies and milk, well, I'm not so worried about me not having cookies and milk because I always keep a little secret supply under my seat in the sleigh, you see. But it's very important that Rudolph gets his carrots because otherwise his nose won't glow in the dark, you see. So if you forget about Santa, don't worry, but please leave something out for Rudolph, my lovely animals. And he likes to share carrots with the other reindeer as well. Yes, he's very kind. He's a good reindeer.
Okay.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Good idea.
Yes.
Santa, I
Yes.
have one more question for you.
Yes.
Where is Mrs. Claus?
Where is Mrs. Claus? She is actually busy down at the factory kitchens with some of her elf friends, and they are having a little bit of a bake-off. They like to bake cakes and they love to bake cookies, and they have little competitions with each other, so they're having ever so much fun down there. And Santa is the taste tester. I've always got to make sure that Mrs. Claus is right up there with the top bakers, you see. And which she is, yes.
Of course, of course. Now, Santa, this reminded me of another question I've got to ask you. How many friends do you have?
How many friends do I have? How many people on the planet are there at the moment? We must be coming up nearly 8 billion people on the planet. And I would say everybody is a friend that you haven't yet met, you see. And so I'm friends with everybody. It's always important to be friendly to everybody you come across, you see. And there are lots of people to come across, lots and lots and lots of people, but they're all my friends because I've delivered toys to even the elderly person, you see, was once a little boy or a little girl, and I've delivered presents to everybody, so I knew everybody.
Yeah. That's. Oh, do we have a question for Santa?
No.
No more questions. Okay, I've got some more questions. Wait, got some more questions. Do reindeers actually fly? Do they actually fly, or do you have some super jets at the back of your sleigh?
No, sometimes people get a bit confused because they watch all of these modern movies, you see, where they see all these fancy sleighs. But no, it's good old-fashioned magic, good old-fashioned elf magic. They've been mixing bits of stardust with the aurora borealis, with the northern lights, and that fuses the stardust with all of the magic they need, which is what we sprinkle on the reindeers and what Santa can sprinkle on himself to make myself invisible or smaller or bigger. So elf magic is very, very powerful and very strong, you see, and it's all good magic, all good magic.
Do you have an elf traveling with you on the night when you deliver the presents?
Sometimes, yes. I like to have elf helpers, and sometimes I get the odd little person volunteers, and sometimes special boys and girls write to me and ask if they can come for a bit of a journey. So you never know. I may pop in and ask you to give me a hand for an hour or two. But just keep believing, I think. Keep believing in the magic, because the magic only works if you keep belief in your heart. So you have to have belief, that all things good happen to good people. And we have to instill that into the minds of little people, so that they can have belief in their hearts. And that's the start of a journey throughout life. But it's good to have a foundation.
Do you have a song about the magic, Santa?
Do I have a song about magic? Yes, I do. I have a song again, which I wrote. And this one is all about that Christmas magic. It goes something like this. I believe in miracles. I believe in love. I believe in wishes, in all the stars above. I believe there's magic out there, and the magic inside of you. I wish you could see who you're destined to be, and the deeds you're destined to do. Believe in yourself, destiny's child, the way I believe in you. We'll share our love till the end of time. We'll make this world anew. Believe in yourself, destiny's child. Oh, way I believe in you. I believe in second chances. I believe in fate. I believe in saying sorry even when it seems too late. I believe in forgiveness, and forgiveness inside of you. Forgive yourself for the things you have done, and look forward to all that you do. Forgive yourself, destiny's child, the way I've forgiven you. When you value your worth, you own the earth, your heart forever free. Believe in yourself, destiny's child, and keep believing in me. Believe in yourself, destiny's child, the way I believe in you. We'll share our love till the end of time. We'll make this world anew. Believe in yourself, destiny's child. Oh, way I believe in you.
That was amazing. Santa, you have so many talents. I'm absolutely in awe of your talents. Santa, now very serious question just came through from the public.
Yes.
What is a punishment for naughty people?
You know what? Here's another little misnomer. There's a little bit of things happened in history. Let me give you a little history lesson about the naughty and nice list, you see. So the naughty and nice list is not one of my things. No. That goes back to the founding fathers of America. So the pilgrims who arrived on the Mayflower in the United States of America back in the day were very, very staunch religious people, and they didn't believe in any kind of festivities or celebrations at all. They thought you had to be very, very devout and very serious about everything, you see. And on festival days like Christmas Day, the elders of the church, of the pilgrims, would go around the village with a little notebook, and they would write the names of all the boys and girls who were over celebrating, so that they could be told on by the elders of the church to the parents, so that they would get told off and they were told they were on a naughty list. So here's the thing, what Santa believes about naughty and nice. I believe that everybody is good, and that we are all born very, very good and very innocent and pure, and we're all very good people. It's just that some of us, myself included, every so often make silly choices, which could be perceived as being naughty, but it's just we've made a silly choice. So when we make silly choices, we do things and people say you're being very naughty, we have to consider the things we've done. And if we consider that what we've done is indeed, to the outside world, a naughty act, then we have to be very big about it and say sorry and be accountable and take ownership of the times where we make silly mistakes. Because we're all human and we all make mistakes. Every day we can make mistakes, but we have to forgive ourselves and forgive other people who make silly choices and mistakes as well. So there you go.
Thank you, Santa. I am sure you're right. We're all humans. We make silly mistakes, and we need to learn from those mistakes and move on and make sure we don't make those mistakes again.
Indeed.
Is that the lesson that I'm getting from you, Santa?
Pretty much, yes. Yes. Sometimes it takes a few more being sillies to get it right, but we all get there eventually if we've got an open heart and an open mind.
Hopefully not too many sillies.
No.
Santa, another question for you.
Yes.
Who is Krampus?
Who is Krampus? Oh, well, you see, not many people know this, but Krampus is my naughty brother. And back in the day, long time ago, if you were naughty, and Krampus thought you were naughty, not me, if Krampus thought you were naughty, he would come and he would get naughty boys and girls and he would put them in a sack and he would beat them with sticks. You see, he would, yes, he was quite a naughty chap. And in certain parts of Europe, they still remember Krampus and they celebrate him for all of the people who've been naughty. But he's not around many countries in the world. More of your sort of European cultures. Up in the mountains, it's all that snow. I think
we should lock him up. Sounds like we should lock up Krampus.
He's very naughty indeed. He's a very naughty brother of Father Christmas. Yes.
Not good.
Not good. No, he's not good. No. Thankfully, he doesn't get out much, which is good. Yes.
And look, here's
Hold on, Santa. Hold on. Here's an elf.
Santa.
Oh, you've frozen.
He's got a Santa hat.
Oh, I love that. It looks like a little Triceratops elf.
It was a Triceratop once upon a time, and then he lost his two horns by the look of it.
Two horns. So he's more like a unicorn now.
Yeah, you
A
can say.
unicorn dinosaur.
Unicorn dinosaur. Absolutely. Now, Santa.
Yes. Where are you? Oh,
Back to the question.
Yes.
Yes, there we go. How much money do you have in your bank account?
None. No, I tend to work for candy. I tend to work for candy. Yes. So no, I don't have money in my bank account. I work for treats.
Okay, good to know. So where do you get all the money to make the presents and get all the kids' toys?
Well, again, that's a little bit of elf magic, you see. That's a little bit of elf magic. We don't use money up in the North Pole, you see. Most of my elves work for candy and treats, and they do it because they love it, you see. So you can live in a world without money, You see, it's a strange one on Santa Claus having money. I don't even have a bank account. You see, I don't have a bank account because I don't need money where I live, up in the North Pole, where we act in kindness and we gift each other our time, and that's truly the most precious gift at Christmas is time. Time is a precious commodity. And so that is the most precious thing you could give to anybody else at Christmas is your time. Your time to be with them.
Santa, do you have a song about time?
Do I have a song about time? Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Yes, I know some happy times songs. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's go to the shore. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand. Just hold your hand. We're riding along with the song of the wintering fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy, comfy, cozy are we. We're snuggled up together like the birds of a feather should be. Let's take that road before us and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. All the hills will go, laughing all the way. Ho, 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 bells and bobtails
Ring.
making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Ho, ho, ho. That's what I like doing with my time, going for sleigh rides with my friends. You see, having sleigh rides. It's fun. Fun times with friends.
What do you want to tell Santa?
Santa, I was singing too.
Were you singing too? I thought I
Yes.
heard you. Yes, you've got a beautiful voice. You have to keep practicing and singing and dancing, and that makes your heart sing and dance, you see. That's a good thing to do.
Yes.
Sure is.
So, Santa, something
Yes.
serious came to my attention.
Yes.
Someone just asked a question.
Yes.
Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Pardon? Somebody called Mummy kissing Santa Claus?
Mommy's
Well-
kissing Santa Claus.
Well, you see, Santa Claus loves kissing everyone.
Apparently there's a song about that.
There is a song. I don't know that song, you see. I don't want to get myself into trouble with any of the daddies out there. You see, so no, I avoid that song. Yes.
That's very good thing
Yes.
to do, Santa.
That's
We don't
very
want to get
diplomatic.
you into trouble.
Absolutely. We don't get into trouble, no. But everybody loves hugging Santa Claus and kissing Santa Claus. It's something
Yes.
that just happens from time to time. Everybody gets happy when they see Santa, you see. They
Yeah.
get all excited.
So, how do you explain all those Santas that are sitting in various malls across the world?
Well, they are helpers, you see.
Aha.
They're very, very good helpers. And there are a lot of very, very good men who live out in the community who look just like Santa. You see, they look just like me. And so all over the world, all through November and December, they are there doing their jobs for Santa Claus, just to remind all the boys and girls of what I look like. Because you have to remember, you see, Zeb, that there are a lot of boys and girls who've never had a first Christmas before because they are so little. They might only be 1 month old or 11 months old. And so it's very important that they get to see who Santa Claus is, just in case on Christmas Eve they actually catch me putting presents under the tree. It has been heard in the past that sometimes I do make a mess, I trip up, I fall over, especially if people have left a messy living room with wrapping paper and presents all over the place and not under the tree. Sometimes I do trip over, make a noise, and then I get caught. And people take photographs and put them on Facebook, you see, and put them on Twitter. Yes.
Santa, do you have internet in
Do I
North
have it?
Pole? Do you
Yes,
have
it's not-
Wi-Fi?
It's not very good, though, is it? You keep dropping out. No.
No.
It's the Northern Lights, you see. They affect the whatever that magic Wi-Fi is, you see, that does blink in and out.
Aha. Aha.
Yes.
Thank you, Santa. That was good. Did you have questions for me, Santa?
Well, you see, rather than internet and emails, I do prefer the old-fashioned way of letters, you see. So if the boys and girls out there would like something for Christmas, very rare would you be able to get through on Wi-Fi. So, I don't pick up messages very often. My Gmail account and my enquiries page doesn't work a lot of the time. So you have to be patient if you send an email or a social media platform request. I tend to prefer an old-fashioned letter or a picture, especially from young people. If they can't write properly yet, they sometimes draw me pictures of what they would like for Christmas. And then if you just give it to a grown-up, they will put it in a little envelope and they will post it to the North Pole, and I will get your letters, you see. So that will be good.
Good. My son just heard you and he said he will draw a picture of what he wants and we will get that posted from our postal shop.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It's still not too late, you see, because it'll arrive by magic. So that is good. That is good.
Santa, how do you get to people that don't have fireplaces?
Well, I don't know if you can see here. You see here on my little belt, I have here a magic key. Can you see that? That is a magic key which was made by the elves, because a lot of people these days, especially down here in the southern hemisphere, you see, in New Zealand and in Australia, people have air conditioning these days, so they don't have chimneys. So I had to get the elves to construct a magic key which gets me into any house, but it only works if everybody's asleep. That's just how the magic works. So you have to try to be asleep on Christmas Eve for Santa to come, you see.
Okay, Santa.
Okay. That is good.
Thank you, Santa. My 5-year-old has been absolutely blown away to meet the real Santa. He's actually busy decorating a tree. We haven't had the tree put up yet because December is a very busy month for me. I had a birthday a week ago and he had a birthday a week ago. So the rule is the tree comes out after our birthdays.
Well, that's a good rule. I like that. And then I hope you leave it up till the new year before you take it down.
Yes, we do. In fact, we leave it until the Orthodox New Year, which is the 12th of January.
Oh, there you go.
The Orthodox Christmas, I believe. And then we take it down then.
Yes.
And
So Christmas used to be quite a long celebration, you see, in Europe and certain parts of Europe. We would have 12 days of festivity. And a lot of that came from the midwinter. So yesterday was the 21st of December, which is the solstice. So that's where the sun is at its highest over here in the southern hemisphere. And so the Christmas festivities tended to center around the 21st of December up in the northern hemisphere, because that is the shortest day, you see. And so midwinter, it was always a midwinter celebration where we'd got over the hump, I guess, like a Wednesday's a hump day. Well, the 21st of December is the hump day of the shortest day. And after that, the lights and the nights get longer, and it's much brighter every day after the 21st of December. So yes, so that's why we'd have lots of days of celebration, because we realized we were at that midway point through the winter, and we thought, yes, we've got enough food to last till spring. Let's all have a big celebration.
That makes sense, Santa. That makes sense. Now, we have listeners from Philippines in here.
Oh, how lovely.
Asking us, when are you going to visit Philippines? They have no snow, no chimney, and very, very hot.
I love it there. You know, I normally just put on my Bermuda shorts, my Hawaiian shirt, and I will still come nonetheless. So I tend to start in New Zealand delivering presents, and then I work my way around the meridians of the globe according to Greenwich Mean Time in London, you see. So when it's midnight here in New Zealand, it's still midday in England, in Greenwich, near London, you see. So that gives me a 12 hours head start, and I've actually got a full 24 hours till it becomes midnight around the Philippines, you see. So they tend to get their presents nearly a whole day later, 24 hours later. So that's part of the magic, which isn't really magic. It's just a little bit of astronomy, I guess, and how the world works and how it turns and revolves. And so, yes, I use what I can. I use what I can to make sure everybody gets a present if they've been good. And if they have good hearts, then they will be remembered at Christmas. And Christmas is about remembering all of those people who can't be with us as much as it is celebrating the people who are with us. Christmas is a time of reflection, and we remember those who've gone before us, and we look at our little children. Oh, that's a beautiful hat. I might get you to be my elf helper next year.
Thank you.
I think you would look the part.
I absolutely would love that, Santa, and I love red color.
Beautiful, you suit it. I love your red polka dots, or your white polka dots. Very Christmassy.
Thank you. I tried my best. Thank you so much for answering all these questions. We spent an hour together, and it flew by.
Always does. Time
so fast. Thank you so much. Have you got a parting song for us?
A parting song. Let's think. Oh, yes. How about this one? Oh. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Look all around. I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice. I'm going to find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. I see you when you're sleeping, and I know when you're awake. I know if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not cry, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. The kids and girls in Barland will have a jubilee. They're gonna blow the Tarman town all around the Christmas tree. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not cry, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, oh, oh.
Santa, we cannot wait for you to come into town. And I've just had my other two kids arrive from their training. And one of them wants to ask you a question. Aslan?
Hi.
Hello.
Santa, what's my name?
What's your name? Trouble, I believe. Trouble with a capital T. Yes. Have you had a good training?
No.
No. Did you get beat up? Oh, you're being attacked now, you see. Defend yourself. Well, Santa's got to go, so it's been
Santa?
lovely seeing you all.
Thank you so much, Santa. Really appreciate your time. We've been watched by people around the world. We had listeners in here and watchers from New Zealand, from Philippines, from Turkey, Africa, South America. We had a very big crowd, and I'm sure everyone appreciated all your energy tonight. Thank you so much. We cannot wait until Christmas night, and we wish you a very safe riding and hopping and no turbulence.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, and wishing you a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you. And we will remember to leave some carrots for the reindeers and milk and cookies for you, Santa.
Anything sweet, anything sugary would do, Santa. As I say.
Thank you.
And anything vegetable as well for Rudolph. He's not fussy. If you live in Africa and you can't find a carrot, a yam would do just as nicely.
Oh, fantastic to know.
Just something for Rudolph. Some reindeer food. Eat straw. You know, he's not fussy. He's like Santa. He's not fussy. So wherever you are in the world, if you can just remember to leave a little something out for the reindeer and for Father Christmas, that would be wonderful.
We will. Thank you so much, Santa.
You're most welcome.
This is a wrap for my webinars for 2022. Thank you for everyone who joined and watched me. See you next year. Bye.